What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Well, in today's video, we are going ADA Cardano as we do have some structure established, and I do believe another breakout either to the upside or to the downside is pretty imminent. It's going to happen within the next few days, so I'm going to give you guys the levels to watch out for and what you can expect whether each scenario plays out. Remember, my goal here is to not predict the future and tell you what is going to happen, but to make sure that you are aware of what's within the realm of possibilities so that you are extremely prepared no matter what happens, and you know exactly the best way to maximize your gains in crypto. So what we know what happens with Cardano all the time is that it finds a key support level and typically holds it. Okay, let's just get started with that. We find these key support levels, we figure out where that bottom is, and then we're going to bounce, find some way up. Now, I do believe these support levels hold for many reasons. The biggest reasons just being the strong support base that tends to accumulate at these key support levels, as well as the fact that so much ADA is staked that seeing these massive falls is incredibly difficult, okay? The long-term holders tend to just not give up their ADA. So, you know, some of these people who buy within these big moves to the upside, they'll be willing to sell it and try to take profits. But those long-term holders and the ones who genuinely believe in it, they're going to have a hard time selling at any of these support levels. And so with that, we tend to see them hold up, okay? And so with that being said, we can see now that ADA is looking to find, again, that key support level right around $1.90. So what we need to be on the lookout for is where that bottom may be. When are we looking to establish a bottom? And from there, where do we see the growth come in? Okay. And so with that being said, we're going to zoom down to the 4-hour charts and we're going to talk about what we're seeing now, because we definitely could be looking at establishing another bottom here. Okay. So with that being said, one thing we can see is that ADA is looking to put in a W-shaped recovery. At the moment, we see that we have this downward sloping trend line, and then we have a high, and we're working our way up to try to pass that high. So what happens is if we are able to go up and surpass that previous high, you can see this W-shaped recovery. We have these two bottoms that are put in around the same area, and then we have this midline. Once you clear this midline, boom, you're off to the races. So at the moment, if we're able to clear our midline, which I'm going to give about $2.03, I do believe that we can then take the distance from that midline to the bottom that was put in, the bottom close, and apply that to the top of that midline. And that gives us a breakout target right around $2.16. So at the moment, if we're able to go up above $2.03 and find a closing on the 4-hour charts, do be looking to see, can we work our way, hold above that level? And I do believe that a push up to $2.16 would happen if we're able to work our way up there. Now, before we can get to $2.03, we have to clear this 20 EMA on the 4-hour charts. As you can see, the 20 EMA on the 4-hour chart has been serving as a major level of resistance, pushing the price down. At the moment, it does look like we are still running into that resistance, especially with this massive wick in which we did see. So at the moment, before we can even be looking at $2.03, be paying very close attention to this 20 EMA. We need to clear that 20 EMA, and then boom, we see that big move to our resistance level at $2.03. The moment in which we do clear 203, be looking for that big move to the upside, okay? So remember, our breakout target is going to be $2.16 if we're able to clear the 20 EMA and we clear $2.03. Now we can also confirm this by looking at the VPVR on the 4-hour charts again, and you can see that our breakout target lines up directly with this massive VPVR average volume peak. What this goes to show is that there will be some resistance at this level, and we can expect this to be a very, very substantial level. And that means that whenever a level is so relevant, whenever a level has so much trading volume added, as we can see here, that it just further goes to say that this is our confirmation, right? We do have this price target lining up directly with a very substantial and significant number, just going to show that if we're able to start working up towards it, there is a very high chance that we do go up to reach it. Okay, that's just how we confirm some of our price targets. So in terms of upside potential, definitely be keeping a very close eye on that. I think it's very possible that we will see it happen. One of the reasons in which I do believe so is due to the fact that when we did see this bottom get put in here, we actually did narrowly avoid a bearish cross on the 4-hour MACD. Now the MACD is an indicator that kind of just shows us momentum and what we're looking at in more of a long-term perspective. And on the daily MACD, or the 4-hour MACD, we can actually see that we saw a bounce off of the blue line and the orange line, just to make it simple. And of course, if we would have seen a crossing, that's bearish. But the fact that we did see the blue line bounce off the orange line, that does go to show that momentum is still in our favor, and we can be looking at a move to the upside. We can also see that we are growing. These green candles are growing on this 4-hour MACD, just to kind of show that the bullish momentum is still in progress. Now, if we look at the daily MACD for a little bit even more confirmation, we can also see here that we are starting to converge. Now, what that means is that we are still in bearish territory, but the MACD is starting to converge here. It's starting to turn in a bit. That blue line is turning towards that orange line. And once we do get that bullish crossover, that's typically a fantastic sign that some type of green bullish momentum is on the way. We can also confirm that by looking at the daily MACD candles, which go to show that it does seem as if a bottom may have been put in here. We may be looking at this continuation of smaller pinkish red candles, and then from that point we see that blue orange cross and start to look into some green territory, which is typically, of course, accompanied by a big move to the upside in the price. So I will say that at this exact moment, it does feel and it does seem as if our indicators are saying we have more bullish momentum than bearish momentum, okay? But we still do need to be looking out for these big bullish crossovers of the 20 EMA and of our $2.03 level in order to really truly get that momentum in which we're looking for. Now, one thing we do need to pay attention to is that if we are unable to do so, and if the price does come back down and lose $1.90, we definitely may be looking at more of a significant drop down to $1.70. Of course, one way in which we can measure that is kind of looking at this thing in that sense as more of a bullish pennant. We can see that we would then be looking at some type of formation similar to this. And from there, we can then take this breakout target of this bullish pennant / some type of continuation pattern. And we're going to take the distance from our drop down to the bottom in which we put in. And we can apply that to the support level to give us this bottom side support around $1.70 to $1.65. So we need to pay very close attention that we're able to hold above $1.90. We lose $1.90, we definitely could be looking at some type of continuous fall to the downside of around 10 to 11%. Okay, so pay very close attention to this. I do like the fact that with ADA, we are seemingly getting a rise in volume at the moment. As you can see back in these big spikes, whenever we saw these big climbs, we were seeing a very similar amount of volume to what we're seeing now, right? I mean, if we just draw a line around where we're seeing a lot of volume at right now, let's just go here and we go look. Where we were seeing all this volume in the past, we weren't seeing that much more than we're seeing now, okay? A little bit for sure, but not that much. But one thing you can see is that we had these little wicks here and there, but we never were able to really clear this line. And now we're approaching it multiple times, and just in terms of volume, okay? And so with that being said, we definitely want to keep an eye on volume because it does seem as if it's increasing. And of course, if volume does increase, that's going to be fantastic in order for ADA to actually see this continuation to the upside. So with that being said, again, things just do seem to be more bullish than bearish at the moment, especially at this key support level, which is what we want to see. So keep an eye on that 20 EMA on the 4-hour charts, as well as $2.03. And if you do want to trade it on the breakout, definitely do go check out ByBit. If you're outside the United States and you want an easy way to make loads and loads of crypto gains while minimizing some of your trading fees and having extremely high trading volume to make sure all of your trades are going to go as planned, definitely, again, do go check out ByBit. I recommend them to just about everybody. I think they have probably the best trading platform and software on the interwebs right now. And so it's definitely worth to check out and go do so. And as well, you can go down to the link in the description and go check out the Patreon, which is where I put all of my trades, all of my buys, and all that good stuff. But with that being said, I will see you all very soon in the next video. Peace.